All right, we're live for the Tuesday daytime stream. Let's see. What have they done to my boy Dragonite? Let's see. Pokemon card, live card shop. Hey, Alex, Gabriel, Troy, Andy, James, Jonathan Lewandowski. How's it going, guys? All right. Let's see. Alex is trying to make his post over there. I'll just post this link over here. Oh, your PSA grades are available. Yay! That'll be the booster packs coming back. Okay, we'll delete this. Miss Alexis got paid. She's coming in today to do the shipping. Let's click on reveal grades. We're still listening to the same Donkey Kong soundtrack. Let's see. Generations 10, Generations 10. Hidden Fates 10. That's nice. Tops pack got a 9. Vivid Voltage got an 8. Did I grade that? Hidden Legends got a 9. Jungle 9, Jungle 9, Jungle 9. That sucks. Pokemon base set Charizard 10. Thin font, huh? So weird. Charizard 10, Charizard 10, Blastoise 10. Ancient Origins got a 9. Fossil Pack 9. Here's a Gym Heroes First Edition 10 Misty. That's good. Gym Heroes First Edition Erica 10. That's good. Here's a Wigglytuff 9. Here is a Pokemon International Black and White Dragons Exalted Terrakion 10. That's nice. Ooh, the Gyarados got a 10. The Rayquaza got a 9. The Giratina got a 9. That sucks. Tops Pokemon, the movie, the 2000. That got a 10. That's pretty crazy. Then there's 2 more that got 9s. Here's a cool one. Base set Japanese, 291 yen. Got a 10, got a 10, got a 10, got a 10. That's really good. Looks like I sent in some Team Rocket packs as well. Those did well. First edition Team Rocket Gyarados 9. Giovanni got a 10. Jesse James got a 10. Jesse James, Giovanni Gyarados got a 10. I'm really proud of that. Then we got a Wigglytuff and a Flareon. Got a 9, got a 9. All right. Well, I gotta say, that's a really good return considering I have no clue what I'm doing when it comes to booster pack grades. I really don't know how they work. I don't know what they are judging. So we got a lot of 10s on that booster pack grade. That's a nice thing. It's encouraging. All right. So... what? Okay, what's this? That's definitely some kind of scam. Damn, dude, these scam emails are getting so complicated. I got a Tina Thornton email. You click on it, and there's a PayPal statement to download. It says PayPal invoice. You could click on it and download it, but when you look at the email address of Tina Thornton, it's like this huge, weird-ass, you know, it's like not a real word. It's like KSHSKAJSSSSJSTSAKSHAJ@gmail.com. So it's a fake email, but it looks so, everything about it looks so official. This needs to be reported. How do I report this? Let's see, report phishing. All right, that's definitely got to be a phishing message. That's crazy, dude. Be sure to do that. If you get an evil email, you got to report it, okay? Because these scammers, they get real smart. They're trying real hard to steal from you. Let's turn this down a little bit. Welcome, guys, to the Tuesday daytime stream. It's already 4:27, so we started a little bit late, but not too late. That's my email. What? Yeah, that's some crazy stuff, man. I get a lot of stuff like that. I get emails from, like, UPS and USPS that are clearly scams. And I get texts, too. One trick I use is I take a screenshot. And then what I do is I send that screenshot to, like, some of the AI bots, like Gemini, and they'll analyze it and go, oh, that's a scam email. That's a known scam. So nowadays, I don't respond to anything like that. I just take a picture and have the AI decide what it is. Hey, what's up, Mike? He says, how do I buy? Yeah, it's really easy. You hop into the description of the live stream. You're going to find my PayPal address there, my PayPal link. You're going to find ZELLE, VENMO, CASHAPP, crypto. You just quite literally send me money directly. There's no website. There's no sign up. You don't have to create an account with me or anything like that. You just send direct money. I get an email, and then I open it for you. We've been doing it like that for 6 years. Very low tech. Very low tech. No weird Pokemon card, website you have to create an account for. I don't like that kind of stuff anyways. Ivan Rodriguez on the table. Tag Pidgeot. Nice. Good choice. Good choice. So let's grab that Tag Pidgeot. This. Okay, you want the Arctibax? Yeah, he was pretty cheap. This. You want the Hisuian Gudra? That was pretty cheap too, actually. Okay, so we got a vintage Pidgeot, a Arctibax, a Hisuian Gudra, a Mega Ampharos. I thought the Mega Ampharos was surprisingly affordable. That stuff's really hot right now with Mega Evolutions in the spotlight. Speaking of which, what have they done to my boy? They've ruined Dragonite. Oh, what a disappointing Mega Evolution. I got this feeling like the Pokemon Company has been struggling with Pokemon design for a little while now. Like, holy cow, man. All right, Ivan Rodriguez. By the way, I just want to point out, I didn't like what they did with Suicune, Raikou, and Entei either. When they made them into dinosaurs or whatever, I thought they looked stupid as hell. I didn't like the legendaries from Scarlet Violet. I don't think I liked most of the Pokemon from Scarlet Violet. There's like maybe one or two that were okay. Yeah, I don't know what's up with them. They got to make some good stuff because that is what Pokemon relies on. And so I have no hope for Gen 10 at this point because they're making goofy-ass stuff like that. And some people are trying to defend it, too. It's so funny when people try to like it. They're trying so hard to like it. Dude, he's got wings on his head like it's a hairdo. It looks so goofy, dude. What happened to Dragonite? You didn't see Dragonite? Go look up the new Dragonite Mega Evolution. It's atrocious. It's atrocious. Is Nivea a scam? Got an appointment tomorrow. Nivea, I don't know that. I'm not sure. Hold on, let me look it up for you. Hold on. Dragonite. All right, here we go. Here we go. You ready? Look what they did to my boy Dragonite. Wow. What am I looking at, bro? That's your new Mega Evolution for Dragonite. He's got a big, stupid set of wings on his head. Pokemon just can't stop putting giant things on top of the heads of Pokemon. Look at this. They said, you know what Dragonite needs? Huge-ass wings on his head. What? Why? What are you gonna... It's like a... I don't know what to... It's terrible. Pidgeonite. Dang, dude. How do you take such a fun and cool Pokemon and make him look so stupid? I didn't think it was possible. The proportions look like a kid came up with this crap. Some people are trying so hard to like this. They're like, it makes sense. I like it. Dude, it's just admit it's terrible design. Pokemon's been making terrible designs for a little while now. There you go. Don't worry, Rayquaza will have wings on his head and Charizard too. Yeah, they terrestrialized him with some giant goofy-ass hat, dude. I don't know who's in charge of design at Pokemon, but they need to get some talent in there. They need to... You could have had AI make Mega Dragonite. AI would have done a better job. AI would have come up with a cooler looking Dragonite concept than put some giant wings on its head. So, I'm a big Dragonite fan myself. You know that. I have a lot of Dragonites, and I'm ready to sell them all now. Now that I'm here, can I open those ETBs I got yesterday in the break? Hell yeah, dude. By the way, so take a look. We have a Mega Charizard on the table. Look what Mega Charizard got to do. That's Mega Charizard. Nothing wrong with him. He's cool. They did a good job with him. He's just bigger. He's blue. He shoots blue flames. It's cool. Dragonite, they're like, give him some big-ass wings on his head. Now he looks stupid as hell. Perfect. What? I don't know. I don't know. Oh, I got an email, or I got a text from my wife. Okay, cool. So my wife is telling me that the blue boat is ready to sell. It's been fixed and maintenanced. All right. Well, congrats on the break, Dark Knight. So a black ETB and a white ETB. Oh, speaking of which, let me take care of something. I got an order from a guy. I'm going to tell him that the rest of this product arrived. I'm going to take care of this real fast. Give me a second. All right. All right, very nice. Good. Yes, my last round of Pokemon Black White arrived today. For whatever reason, it got split up, I guess. And the last portion of the order didn't show up for like a week later. Guess that's just how it goes sometimes, you know. All right, mister, now that I'm here, can I open those ETBs? Well, congrats on the break. Thank you. By the way, if you like these breaks, we have one running right now. This is the Pokemon Go Elite Trainer Box. And so it's 40, 1 in 4. What that basically means is, you know, this break for this ETB is about a 120. And then there's one extra $40 spot for the star spot, which just keeps the little Eevee moving. But yeah, so there it goes. Pokemon Go. It's a much cooler set than you've probably realized because of all of the fantastic Pokemon Go stamped holos in the set. A lot of people underestimate those. Not just that, but there are literally like no Dratinis, or not Dratinis, Dittos graded. Dittos. Yeah, nobody grades the Ditto, the sticker Ditto. And so I imagine that card is going to cost so much in the future because since there are like no 10s of it, that's going to be like a mega chase card over time, I bet. It's a Ditto with a special mechanic. You actually have to peel the top of the card off, and that's very tricky to do. New waifu breaks for the waifu lovers. Hololive Aki Rose, 1 in 5. Okay. Did you hear about Ozzy Osbourne? Rip to Ozzy Osbourne, Crazy Train, and all those other great songs. Ozzy Osbourne, he is a rock and roll legend. I woke up and I immediately had like 20 news reports saying that he had passed away right after a farewell tour. So, which I find a bit strange. How did he time that so well? How did he get the tour done and then just pass away right afterwards? And what was his illness? Why did he pass away? Was it a heart attack? Does it mention why he passed? Maybe he had something that was terminal and he knew he had about a month left or something. Hold on. What did Ozzy die from? Parkinson's disease, perhaps? Sad, man. He died at 76. He lived longer than the average lifespan. People who party like a rock star, they tend to have a little bit of a shorter lifespan. You notice that? So, but he lived to a full 76, and he'll be remembered. He leaves behind an amazing, footprint on music history. So, what more could you ask for? But yeah, sad he didn't live to like 100. You know what I mean? All right, let's see. All right. He had Parkinson's. He was close. He was that close to death. He said he didn't mind if he died on stage, that he would prefer it. What? That's badass, man. That is badass. Yeah, we all got to go someday. It's a bit of a morbid thing. I hate talking about all this stuff these days. You know, like health problems and all that. It's actually such a drain to have to think and talk about it all the time. But yeah, I mean, we'll make an exception for Mr. Ozzy Osbourne. He's exceptionally cool music, still catchy to this day. When we hear Ozzy Osbourne music on the radio, we go, what happened? We used to get music like this, and now nobody makes music like this anymore. Really good stuff. And yeah, his music will be remembered a long time, I'm sure. We are. Mozart still gets talked about. Beethoven. So lucky to be those guys in a way, if you think about it. Leave a little mark on history. If you're a nihilist, you can say none of that even matters. Like, who cares? We're all going to blow up in the sun one day or something like that. But it's like, hey, here we are. You got to have something that gets you through your day. Here's Pig Knight. Nihilists. Nihilists are just people suffering from severe depression, right? Nihilists are just people with depression. That's got to be it. Everyone thinks that it's like, oh, as well, I'm smart, I'm a nihilist. Are you that smart? Maybe it's just depression, bro. It's like, is it that deep to say nothing matters? It's not that deep. So it's actually one of the easiest conclusions. Very easy, sort of a depressed conclusion. Nothing matters, bro. You don't know that. Who made you master of the whole universe? All right, there we go. Rip Mr. Osbourne. Rip to Mr. Osbourne. Keep the hollows. All right, we'll be keeping the hollows. Thank you for that. Appreciate it. Okay, so ETB number 1 gives us a Gotharita, a Deerling, and a Jellicent. That's a pretty rough round. The Tornadus is nice. So you get the Tornadus. All right. Hopefully the black ETB is better. All right. You really just need one hot card to come out of this ETB. Okay. Got to see him back in 2011. We'll never forget. That's really cool, man. Here we are. All right. Yeah, I mean, I feel like his life is a big success, if anything. He made it past the average lifespan. He lived in luxury from all of his success. And his music's crazy awesome. Everyone loves it. Most people love it. And he's going to be remembered a long time. And what more can you ask for? That's about as good as it gets in life. So he's a lucky guy. And it is sad that he passed today, though. How cool, though, that he got to do a tour first. I mean, that's neat, right? Okay, there's Cubone. All right. That's the way to do it, man. Charles Black says Winghead. Yeah, you're going to have to start calling Dragonite Winghead at this point. Because they put a big giant wings on his head. I feel like they did something similar with Drapion. You know how Skorupi is like this cute little scorpion Pokemon? And then they took Drapion and made him look stupid as hell. Because they put Drapion's arms come out of his head, not out of his abdomen, like a real scorpion. Drapion has arms that come out of his head, and it just looks really dumb. Well, they just did that with Dragonite too. And whoever's in charge of these Pokemon designs, we got to get them out of there, man. Pokemon will still sell like crazy when the new game comes out, so it will look like everyone loves these new designs. They don't! They hate it! What sells? The Pokemon card market is a perfect examination of what people love. The evolutions sell like crazy. Gengar, Gen 1, he sells like crazy. Lugia sells like crazy. Perfect design, beautiful, awesome. Gen 2. Think about all these classic Pokemon that are just go nuts. Greninja's not bad, but he's actually cool. He's a great design. Greninja came a little later. What gen was Greninja? He was a little later, but he looks great. He actually looks good. People want good designs. They don't want big ass, goofy ass wings on Dragonite's head. What? Who okayed that as well? That went through like a board of people voting on what looks best, and they voted for that. Dang, dude. It's like the Always Sunny episode where Charlie is like, and he's just one big nose. Who smells crime? Mister, could you read my message? I feel artificially clever. Brandon says, hopefully a God Pack pops out. Another Brandon. Now there's 10 of them. Now just imagine the Mega Dragonite card Pokemon coming out with shoosh. Yeah. Like Mary. Y'all talking about the guy from the Cosby Show that drowned recently? Oh, I heard about that. He was a bit younger, right? He drowned. That's how he passed. I heard about that as well. Here we are. Kling Clang. There's God Packs. Some of my favorites are Mew, Lugia, Dragonair. Mew's a fun design. All the Pokemon that are doing very well in Scarlet Violet, if you do an analysis, Magikarp, doing very well. Gen 1, Magikarp. Gray Ninja, He's kind of an older Pokemon too. He's one of the examples of a Pokemon that's more recent. What era is he from though? I can't remember. Gray Ninja. And then let's see, Gray Ninja, Pikachu, Crown Pikachu, of course. And then Terra Festival, Prismatic, right? Of course. It's all these Gen 1 Pokemon that are mostly doing well, and that's because their designs are desirable. They actually look nice. And they're desiring all these new Pokemon like goofy as hell. Like, look at this Beartic. How's this a Pokemon? Even this looks goofy. Like, why do they give them tiny little arms here and then big wide arms? You know what that makes me think of? Crabominable. Somebody got in there and started making Pokemon like Crabominable. They need to kick that guy out of there, man. Stop doing this with the Pokemon. Stop doing this design where they have gigantic hands and tiny shoulders. It just looks really stupid. It doesn't look like a Pokemon. It just looks like some cartoon from like a newspaper. You know, like just take a panel of cartoons and this could be like Dilbert or something. Like this could be something that shows up in Dilbert. It doesn't look like a Pokemon. I don't know what's going on with Pokemon, man. They gotta get their mojo back or something. All right, but some people really like Black and White, I guess. Black and White was the time period that broke me. It was literally the game that made me stop playing Pokemon. I disliked the design so much back then that I quit. I gave up. I played all the games up to Black and White. I actually purchased Black and White. I had the video game, and then I said, you know what? I'm done with this. And it was like Conkeldurr. Conkeldurr will never do numbers like Machamp. He's just, I don't know. He just looked like Conkeldurr. I don't know. Am I wrong? Kling Clang? I don't know. The genies? I don't know who's in charge over there. Having 98K. Yeah, we broke 98,000, guys. 2,000 to go, by the way. Calvin and Hobbes. What about Geodude? Geodude's cool. Geodude's good. I don't want to hear it. Geodude's a weak Pokemon. He's like Zubat. He's simple. He's a rock with arms. It looks good on him. It works. Let me pull up Crabominable. Let me see. Crabominable. He's got to be one of the dumbest designs I've ever seen. Let's see. It is Crabominable Pokemon. There we go. Look at that. Somebody designed that. How bad can a Pokemon look? What is he wearing, like a bra in the front? What's going on with his goofy ass hands? Why does he look like some kind of mix between like the Ice King and an egg or something? And he's got like these two twerpy things on top of his head, like he's, I don't know, like the Slow Kid or something. Dude, he's so stupid looking. I can't stand to look at this Pokemon. What gen was that? What gen is Crabominable? I can't even type it out. Sun and Moon is the Sun and Moon era. And it evolves from Crabrawler, which also looks pretty dumb, but slightly less dumb, but still very dumb. Hi, NHCC, good to see you, homie. Because he's a mix of Abominable Snowman and a crab. Oh, man, he looks stupid. Hey, that's my favorite Pokemon. It's terrible. Yeah, they've been, Pokemon's been off of their, they have not done good Pokemon designs, I feel like, in a while. I think that the good Pokemon designs start to disappear after Gen 3. That's it. Gen 3, last good era. Gen 4 is okay. I actually think Gen 4 is okay. By the way, it's very close to Gen 1, 2, and 3. Gen 4 is okay. Gen 5, I'm out. Gen 5 kills me, and I go, okay, I'm out. All right, so here's Superior. Here we are. Very nice. Oh, here we are. Lovely. You know what keeps all these newer gens running? The fact that you can go backwards and catch the old Pokemon. That's what keeps them running, guys. All right. So, that was for our friend, Mr. Brandon. Brandon Warder. Brandon, let's go over those pulls again, shall we? I believe you said you were donating these. We got Thunderous and we got Tornadus. So you get the two genies. I can't get over the tail design. Here we are. Superior, Pawniard, Caracosta, Jellicent, Deerling, got the... It looks like a sex toy, right? This looks like a sex toy, does it not? It just does. I don't get it. It's got like the body of an adult male, too. He's got like just... That's just a dude's body. And then he's in some kind of cloud. And then they give him like, I don't know, like he's a out of shape Italian man with a mustache kind of face. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Somebody designed that. Ayo. They should have changed the game from there onward, not make the same Pokemon game over and over. I mean, if they make the same game over and over, fine, whatever. But and really all they have to do is introduce a hard mode. You know, that's all they have to do. Which they typically they didn't do that, right? From my understanding. But yeah, I don't know about these Pokemon designs. These takes are wild, mister. Am I wrong? Does that not look like a certain sex toy? I am not wrong on that. I'm correct on that. Ponyard Caracosta Jellicent. What am I looking at? You know what he looks like? He looks like the Bob-omb King from Mario Nintendo 64. I'm supposed to, like, catch that? Hell no, dude. He's even got the little crown on his head. Look, the little crown. Deerlings, he's not bad. He's like a basic Pokemon. This is like Geodude. So you get your basic Pokemon, that's fine. But look, this is a more specific Pokemon. Gothorita? Like, I guess. Jinx was bad, too. That was Gen 1. Nobody loves Jinx, even to this day. So I guess they tried again with Jinx. They're like, Jinx 2.0. We'll call it Gothorita, and everyone will hate it. Yeah, I don't know, dude. I can't get over it sometimes. But why am I on this rant, by the way? I'm on this rant because they just put wings on Dragonite's head, and I can't take it anymore. I can't take it, Pokemon. Whoa, John Lucas with the huge order. Hi, mister. At some point, I'll be less busy to watch live, but can I get 6 of the Nikke Weiss English boxes and shipping? Besides all the cards, I should also have 1 slab as well. That is a big shipping order. All right, Mr. John Lucas, 6 boxes of Nikke English. Let me go find them. I'll be back. All right, here we are. This is a $600 order. Wait, we gotta zoom out so that it looks majestic. Okay. Woo! All right. Oh, he ripping. I think I'm on mute. Wait, they really did that to Dragonite. I thought it was a joke. When I first saw it, I thought it was a joke too. And that's really the design. It's so bad that when you initially look at it, you actually immediately think, oh, look, it's a goofy fake Dragonite design. No, the official Pokemon company is making him look as stupid as possible. Because that's all Pokemon does now. Pokemon thinks that we love stupid Pokemon designs. They want everything to be goofy. They want everything to be like an ice cream cone and a pair of keys. They want everything to be comfy. Pokemon thinks we like stupid-looking Pokemon. That's what's going on. They're like, how do you take a Pokemon and make it look like Abominable's level of stupid? That's what they think we want. How about we take a giant gem, 3 times the Pokemon's body size, and put it over their head? That's what the people want. They want this giant gem over their head. That's what looks good, bro. Remember that? Remember all the coping we did? Remember all the copious amounts of coping we did? Terra Festival looks good. Terrestrialization looks good. It looks good. I love it. It looks good. Yeah, Charizard's got a giant gem over his head. It's great. That's what we wanted. Yay. All right, here goes Mr. John. Mr. John. Hey, everybody hated the crowns on the Pokemon, and now Scarlet Violet's the most insane era so far. Yes, but have you looked at the cards that are going insane? We are. Like Magikarp. We are. I think the cards that are doing the best are the ones that just have really nice artworks and don't really focus on the hat on the Pokemon, right? We are. All right, what we got? What we got? What we got? What we got? Boobies. Everybody loves the evolutions with crowns. You can't go wrong with the evolutions, though. Seriously, the evolutions are pretty untouchable. Look at Destined Rivals. That's not a crown set. Mewtwo doesn't have a crown. Garchomp doesn't have a crown. None of it has a crown. So the Destined Rivals set doesn't have a crown. Look at there's a lot of cards in this era that have done well that do not focus on the crown. That's just how it is. There. Ooh. Oh, am I zoomed out? We better zoom in. Sorry about that. Ooh. There you go. One full art. We got Miracle Snow. All right. Aha! We got this girl, and it looks kind of like she's got the microphone between her knees or something. What's up with that? That don't look right. Is that a microphone? That's almost certainly a microphone. It looks like she's like queefing into the microphone or something. All right. I've seen that artwork before, and I never get it. Like, what is she doing? You guys are going to love this. All right. Here's the bunny lady. Bunny girl. I have no clue why that card's so popular. I can't even think of two big reasons. Here's this girl who looks like she's actually a hard worker. Good. Okay. Although the weight distribution doesn't really make sense. She's so much smaller than those speakers. They must be made out of styrofoam. And there we have it. All right. Very nice. Mamma mia. Wow, wow, wee, wow, wow. Oh. Hey, Isai Rivera, what's up, man? I still got your cards. Where do I store them? Oh, there they are. They're up on my shelf. Yep. You got your own shelf, Mr. Isai. We still got your stuff safe and sound. Here we are. How are things going for you, man? All right. So, Mr. John, this is box number 2. Box number 1 completed. Box number 2. I was just thinking if we could put some big goofy-ass wings on top of Dragonite's head where they make no sense at all, that would look great. Maybe the next thing they could do is they could take Charizard, give him a 3rd Mega Evolution, and put wings on his ass, right? So Dragonite can have wings on his head where they don't belong, and then Charizard can have wings on his ass. That's really good design, guys. The kids will love it. It's so spontiferous. It's so whimsical. Ooh. Yeah. My imagination's running wild. I said my slabs came back and didn't grade too well. Oh, no. Did they? I'm sorry to hear that, Mr. Isai. Yeah. It reminds us, Mr. Isai, it reminds us how part of the challenge of pulling value out of a booster pack isn't just the card odds itself of pulling the card, but then afterwards the odds that it grades PSA 10. We know that when we look at PSA 10s to PSA 9s, it tends to be like 2 to 1. But a lot of people also have to keep in mind that number's skewed because it doesn't include the 8s, the 7s, and all the cards that nobody sent in because they took one look at it and they said, this will never get 10. So the real number could be like 1 in 5, 1 in 6. We don't know. It could be atrocious numbers. This is why we host breaks. Breaks give you a chance for a guaranteed 10. See? So like this break right here. $40. You're definitely putting that money toward a Lugia. Like, it's not like, oh, I wonder if Lugia's in this case of Silver Tempest. It's not like that. He's definitely in this break. He's certainly here. Guaranteed. And he's definitely a 10. Oh, and look at this nice certificate. Look at that. Later grade. That's fantastic. That's when their tougher grades kick in. So that's our latest rare candy break. The rare candy breaks tend to be the prestigious breaks. So they're really good. We just finished Crown Pikachu, and now we're on to Lugia. But yeah, you know, if you were to open raw prismatic packs, for example, you could get insanely lucky. You could get like a God pack, and all of them could grade 10. It could be like thousands of dollars of cards. Or you could be like 99% of people, and it's just going to be really rough on your wallet, mostly not 10s. By the way, have you guys noticed prismatic has not really fallen in price over time? So everyone's, hey, this price is impossible. This can't be sustained. Apparently it can, because the prices have not gotten better. I was looking today at the price of an ETB case, and it was outrageously expensive for an ETB case. So yeah, it definitely can stay expensive. I'll do one better, mister. Remove the flame from Zardy's tail. I say we just put wings anywhere. Why don't we put wings on Charizard's ass? It'll look really good. We got wings on Dragonite's head, and we could put wings on Charizard's ass. These are Mega Evolutions. Naturally, when they mega evolve, the wings move to a new location. Ooh, penetrating stare. How about let's make Charizard a fairy type? Well, I could actually see that. Or maybe a Charizard that like drinks too much soy milk or something. It'd be really fun. Mister, I bought into a $500 spot fossil break earlier in the year. Did that ever happen? Yes, sir. Yes, it did happen. Mr. Isai, that went off. The fossil break went off. And I don't know what the outcome for you was, but if you just stick there for about a minute, I'll go look at it real fast. Let me get this open. So we have this lovely blue hair girl. We got the girl with the doll, and here's a girl with the chair above her head. I like the girl with the chair above her head. She looks like she means business. Yeah, she looks like she can get stuff done. All right. Yeah, if they could just put wings on Charizard's ass, that'd be perfect. Come on, Pokemon, do it. We love it when you do terrible designs. I love Dragonite, guys. I'm a big Dragonite fan. I can't believe they did that to Dragonite. I hope they do like a second form for Dragonite and make them actually good. Okay, so we're looking for an Isai. Here it is, Isai. That appears to be a heavy pack. That means you would have had a pull. So you got a heavy pack. Congratulations. Anything else in there for you? Mr. Brett Love's got all those... Mr. Brett has got all those light packs. I wonder if Brett would trade those light packs in with me, because I'll take them if he doesn't want them. I like to sit on that kind of stuff. Okay, so maybe up in here. Is it here? Here it is. All right, Isai, what do we got for you? Ah, that's fantastic. That's a really good card. Would you like me to send this out for you to PSA, Isai? It'll be $39. I can send this off to PSA. You get this intensely good Moltres. Check the back real fast. It's not bad. It's not bad. Maybe this half dot up here could stop it from being a 10, though. But if it's a 9, it's a great 9. Look at that, Moltres. So I can send that off to PSA if you'd like. We're doing a PSA round pretty soon, actually. It's time, guys. It's time to do rounds of grading. And then you've got these cards right here, which belong with the rest of your cards. I'm actually going to go put this in your box because neither of us are going to remember this. So I'm going to go put this in your box. You got your own boxes. All right, so those bulk cards, are not bulks, common and commons are in your box. And then you got this nice Moltres. That's a, yes, please, I will send money. Perfect. All right, so let me write this down for PSA. Very good Moltres. Could be a 9. If you're lucky, a 10. If you're unlucky, not a 9, an 8. You never know. PSA is really tough these days. Did you know that? PSA is super tough. All right. But I'm tempted to just send that Elijah Martinez Ditto out, too, just to get it done. He didn't pay to have this graded, but, you know, if he had sent for it already, it'd be already on its way. He ought to grade it. They all ought to be graded. I'll let him decide. I'm not going to do it for him. He's got to decide. It's got to be his choice. All right. So, let's get that next box of Nikke. This is box number 3 for Mr. John Lucas. John Lucas treats us very good. John, if you ever want me to get something on the menu, you just tell me. I'll put it on the menu for you. Prismatic fell to its lowest about 2 weeks ago, then went back up. Same with 151. Now they're both trending back up. All right. Yeah, because Pokemon can reprint them over and over again, and there just won't be enough. Simple. Pokemon can reprint them over and over and over again, and there just won't be enough. That's why I bought a couple cases of that Prismatic, and they are just sitting and not being touched. All right. Try Fat Burger from now on. Get double cheese with fries for $2.95. Okay. Still can't believe Ozzy's gone, but at least he went out with one final bang. Yes, yes. Here we are. He was called to heaven. There we go. He's in rock and roll heaven. There we go. All right. Here's this girl with the headset. Pirate boobs. Captain Admiral boobs. Oh, there we go. We got an English signature for Rupee Winter Shopping. Okay, Rupee Winter Shopping. Very nice. Very nice. So John Lucas picking up one Siggy here. Good. All right. All right, good. Very nice. Yeah, so you had some good luck in those fossil packs, huh? Didn't you, Mystery Sai? That was a good thing. You know, if you guys are interested in being in the next break, the next big box break, this one, it's still kind of pricey actually. It's but it's from the XY era. Ancient Origins is a $200 break. You know, this box is going to the moon right now. This box is shooting up in price so rapidly. It's going to be $10,000 in no time. Ancient Origins shouldn't even be selling it. At the rate that it's changing, it's stupid of me to sell this. But it is currently $200 per pack. And in no time at all, this will be $300 per pack because people are going nuts over XY era because of the Mega Evolutions. That set has some of the best pulls in it from the XY era. That set, and I'd say Roaring Skies is the other one. By the way, I looked it up. And I was really saddened to discover I only had 2 cases of Roaring Skies. So, you know, that's on me. What I did was I sold a lot of them. Oops. Shouldn't have done that. I sold a lot of Roaring Skies when it was still like $400, $700 a box. I used to have like, I think I had like 4 cases of Roaring Skies and I sold it all. And now I'm really regretting it. I wish I'd held it all, but 2 cases is plenty. Roaring Skies is like $4,800 a box now. Did you guys know this? $4,800 a box. Up from like $400 a box. That's like times 12 or something. And it's the same as Ancient Origin. It's just blowing my mind away. But probably my crown jewel from the XY era. Look at this outfit, dude. Wow, where do you sign up for the society full of girls like that? Holy cow, dude. Nobody wears outfits like that. Nobody's got that body shape. That's not possible. Unobtainable. What percentage of the population has a body like that? That's got to be like 0.2% or some crazy. But nobody's going to dress like that either. That's ridiculous. I can't even get cases MSRP anymore. $5,450 for a sealed box on eBay. Yeah, that Evolving Skies is so nuts, dude. But it's like 4.8 or something. I can't remember. Did I say Evolving Skies? I meant Roaring Skies. Roaring Skies. And I used to have like 4 or 5 cases of that stuff. I used to have more than 1 case of another set. It was called, what's the other one that's similar to that? Oh, I can't remember the name of it. Not Primal Clash, is it? I can't remember. There was another set, and I sold through a whole bunch of that, and I regret it too. I wish I just held all my XY stuff. But you know, XY didn't really move for a long time. It just stayed the same, and it was like, well, I might as well sell some. And so now it's moving like at the speed of light, and I'm terribly disappointed I sold any of it. Here we are. Rocket Won't Go Down. You're talking about Desert Rivals? Desert Rivals, cool. I like it a lot. Here we are. Pris Won't Go Down. I can't even get cases. 2 cases, 2 PC. I need more PCS. So, next box. Next box. Here it goes. All right. How much is a case of Evo Skies now? I don't know about a case, but I know a booster box of Evo Skies is like 2,000-ish. Might be a little more, might be a little less. I mean, it's going to be a little more if you pay taxes on it. So, it's going to be like 2.2 if you get it at a flat 2,000. But if you get it above 2,000, it's going to be even more, right? Like, let's say the price is 2.2. Well, then you're going to pay like 2.4. Pricey, dude. What the fuck? It's not right. How many cases of English Nikke do you have? I definitely have at least 1 fully sealed case of English Nikke. Here it is. Why? Has Nikke English gone to the moon? Am I underpriced? I figure I'm probably not underpriced. You're scratching your skin on your arm going, maybe I open up a case of these. It is $14K for a case. Woo! That's crazy. That's real crazy, you know? I don't even know what to think about that. That's nuts. Definitely feeling like a crypto bro over here, but for Pokemon cards, or Pokebro. You know, we had the Pokebros. I'm going to start calling people who hold Pokemon long-term Pokebros. Here's, oh yeah. Pokebros. I don't know. This is all stuff that I thought would happen, but I didn't think it would happen so fast. All right, Mr. John, another Siggy. Ho-ho. Double Siggies for John. This one's called Garden of Shangri-La Rapunzel. Rapunzel. I anticipated that the Pokemon cards would go up in value, and I'm like, maybe it'll go up in value 15% and do really well like the stock market. Or maybe it'll keep up a little bit with crypto. I didn't think it'd beat the crypto in the stock market like hand over fist. I mean, Roaring Skies was like $1,000 a box at the beginning. Ancient Origins was about that cheap too. $1,000 a box at the beginning of the year. What, it's like 5,000 now? That's nuts. That's insane. There we are. So there was clearly a run on those. People said, wait a second. There's no more of these left. Here it is. And as the price started to skyrocket, everyone else starts to jump in too. Where does it end? It ends somewhere. It ends when people are out of money and they're sick of it. They go, I don't want this anymore. We go, whoa. Did the Psyduck or Squirtle go off yet? Neither have gone off. Neither have gone off. We got a Squirtle and Psyduck gym break that you guys can hop into. I'm sure they will go off soon, Mr. Carlos, because we are getting closer to the weekend. It is Tuesday. When Friday rolls around, the stream picks up a little bit. Sunday, Monday, they've just been not too bad, actually. There's like, what is this? This is the Tuesday stream, and we've got a $600 order on our hands, but it's for Nikke. So there's always different people doing different things in the stream here. There we go. That was box number 5, I believe. Nope, that was box number 4. We got 2 boxes to go. Holy, that's a lot of cards, man. All right, so here's Nikke. The Pokemon Direct stream was so underwhelming. Yeah, I heard they didn't reveal Gen 10. People are saying maybe they're saving that for later. They don't want to take away from the new one that's coming out, the Legend CA. Dude, even Legend CA feels lazy as F, dude. Put wings on Dragonite's head. I love it. Yeah, and then just walk around the city, and then there's just like Pokemon, I guess. Damn, bro. Pokemon used to be like, go out into the wilderness and find Pokemon in the wild. Now it's like, we made a city, and we didn't want to make the wilderness, so we just put Pokemon in the city. You just walk around the city. They're in there. Go over there. There's the Pokemon zone. See that ugly gate? There's the Pokemon zone. Go walk over to it. Pikachu! Damn, bro. God, dude. It does feel lazy. Game Freak at it again. And it'll sell. It'll sell so well. I'm going to buy it. I'm going to buy it. You're going to buy it. We're all going to buy it. And it's going to suck. And I'm going to say, oh, it sucks. I hate it. And then I'm going to buy it. I don't know. God damn, Pokemon is so lame, dude. Make a game that makes us, like, explode. Like, our minds just blow up. Like, whoa. Instead, they're out here making, like, indie games. Pokemon. There's indie games that make better. Like the game you guys were talking about last night. The 33 or whatever it's called. Expedition 33. There's companies with no people in it making AAA games. Pokemon's like got to be one of the wealthiest game companies ever, and they're making like trashy ass games with no inspiration. So this time you're in one of the cities that no one likes to be in, you know, the ones that never look good. And this time there is no wilderness. You just stay in the city, and there's like Pokemon, I guess, and you just throw Pokeballs at it. It's really good. And Dragonite's got wings on his head now. It's so good. You love it. Buy it. And then I will buy it. I'll buy it. Here you go, Pokemon, and here's all my stupid money. This is all I get. I get a little drip of Pokemon from you. Thanks for the drip. I'm starving. You give me a drip drop. And you're just in the city now. It's like the city. And now you can walk and your Pokemon might dodge maybe. Wow. Wow. No one's ever done that before. Woo! We're getting the crazy stuff. Woo! Pokemon's going at you. Walk a little bit, and the Pokemon walks with you. It's really crazy. You can like dodge and stuff. Whoa! That's like in Arceus Legends when you threw like food bundles at like Arceus and crap. You know what I'm saying? Like they would give you a little sack of crap and you'd throw it at them like it was a shooter or something. Jesus, dude. Jesus. You throw a little baggie at them. It'll be great. And then you can catch the ugly scissor ripoff. Cleavor, remember Cleavor? Remember fighting Cleavor in Legends Arceus? And you like rolled and you throw a stupid little bag of rocks or whatever it was, or like incense or food. I don't remember what it was. Yeah, we want to do violence on Pokemon, but it's not violence. Trust us, not violent. It's actually food. You just keep throwing that food at him and then he's nice. Okay, Pokemon. God, dude. God. Dragonite Mega makes me not want to play ZA. Yeah, I feel like they need to be punished or something. You cannot ruin Dragonite and get away with it. Just put giant wings on his head. Wow. That seriously looks like a design that somebody in kindergarten came up with. Like if you told a bunch of kids in kindergarten, come up with the Dragonite design where he evolves, some stupid kid will put big wings on his head because it's like, I don't know, wings on his head. God, dude. You could ask AI to do it. AI will make a better Mega Evolution. Somebody will inevitably post a video on TikTok or YouTube Shorts or Instagram, and it'll be AI-generated Mega Evolution Dragonite, and it will look better. It will look more fitting for him. It'll look like a Pokemon design, not like whatever the hell this is, like a Digimon design. Here we are. All right, you ready? Tossing pot baggies at him to calm him down. Yeah. That's what it was. That's what it was. Basically, they wanted you to have the experience of being in a shooter game in Pokemon, so that you toss little incense bags at them, and you know you have to like dodge attacks and crap like that. And that was the big innovation. Oh, you won't believe the innovation! So much innovating coming out of our ears. Like, you know, Gears of War is a thing, right? You know, Halo's a thing, right? We've been throwing grenades in Halo since like 1999 or something, right? Yeah, but now you can throw little baggies of rocks at Arceus. Woo! This Pokemon game's a 9 out of 10. It's one of the best Pokemon games. Pokemon's finally innovating. Everyone's like slobbering all over Pokemon's dick because they included, now you can like see Pokemon in the wild and throw a Pokeball at them. What? Bro, it's so like mid, dude. It's so... And Legends Arceus was so buggy, dude. I blame the hardware, though. That was the hardware. But also, it's just, I don't know. Just kind of like, you know, it just didn't feel like... It just didn't feel like it was worth $60. But it's like, here it is, the biggest, richest, #1 franchise ever. And they're like, we don't know how to make games anymore. What happened? They used to know how to make games. Can't wait for Mega Dragonite to be the chase card in the upcoming set. Mr. Never Escaping Him. Yeah, probably. I'm Mega Dragonite, bitch. I got wings on my head because I want to break my neck. Could you imagine an animal in the wild trying to fly with wings on its head? You know, so there's the head of the, you know, animal, and then the neck's beneath it. It's like hanging yourself, isn't it? Think about it. Think about the lift your wings would need to lift your whole... And he's got a fat body like Barney the dinosaur, right? He's fat. So imagine the lift that Dragonite would need to flap those wings to carry him off the ground. He'd snap his own neck. Maybe that's why wings aren't located on the top of anyone's effing skull. Because it doesn't work that way. That's what I'm saying. You know what they need next? They need to take Charizard and put wings on his ass so that they match. You can have Dragonite with wings on his head, and Charizard can have wings on his ass. Finally, good Pokemon design. I was just dying for this. God, dude. Yeah, hang yourself by lifting yourself off the ground with your own wings. That's what that would do. Like if someone could grab you by the skull and lift you straight up, your neck would snap. How does it make any sense? Yeah, everyone's approving this Dragonite design. It looks so whimsical, so splendiferous. God, dude. It makes absolutely no sense. Dragonite uses Ozempic. But, you know, he's a cuddlier Charizard. He's got the big belly. He's more, you know, he's the magic dragon. He got wings on his head. They could have just given him big wings on his back. I wouldn't have cared. They could have given him big wings on his back and the Dragonair tail. I think it would have been fine. And they could have turned his antennas into little wings. Little wings, right? So give him big fluffy white wings on his back, long Dragonair tail, and then little tiny wings where his antennae were. And you're like, oh, the antennae, they were little wings. I get it. They could have done that. They said, no, give him big-ass wings on his head so that he looks as stupid as possible so that everyone can know that here at Pokemon, we don't give an F about Pokemon design anymore. Or we just don't got it anymore. We don't got the magic, you know, we don't got the skill anymore. We don't got it. Hell no, dude. That's terrible. I got to know who's in charge of design over there. It's going to be like some lame-ass guy. I went to college for design. Oh, wow. I got a degree in design. What does Pokemon do? What is the requirements for designing a Pokemon? Step number 1, make it look as stupid as possible. Look at this. I'm a big Dragonite fan, so it's very upsetting to see, and it's very worrisome, by the way, because we already knew Scarlet Violet had some of the worst designs in any Pokemon game that I've ever played. Here we are. Here we are. Here we are. All right. Very nice. They should have, you know what they should have done? They should have put out that design and asked for a vote by the audience for once, because the audience would have voted that thing down so fast. Normal people like you and me would have voted that Dragonite out of existence. Ooh. Ooh. Mega Dragonite gonna sell so much, you'll see. Yeah, maybe. We are? All right. So, Mr. John with the huge Nikke English order. Lots of sexy girls. Lots of waifus. Okay, and then 2 signatures out of 6 boxes. Mr. John, I'd say that's a pretty good pull rate for signatures for you. Congratulations, man. So, you got a box. Let's go grab it. A double box, in fact. Ugh. I don't know. You say that. You say you'll sell. Did Scarlet Violet Pokemon sell? No. No. You want to know some of the worst selling Scarlet Violet era cards? Anything that actually came from the Scarlet Violet era. If it was from Scarlet Violet era, it did not do well. That's the trick. You can tell which cards are going to suck based on which ones were actually designed from Scarlet era. There we go. That's what Old School RuneScape did. They let the community vote on updates. Yeah, actually, I heard that Old School RuneScape is hitting some peak numbers right now, too. Did you guys hear about that? Old School RuneScape has 200,000 consecutive players. And it's a game made in, like, the year 2000. How wild is that? Huge win. Huge win. They must be listening to their community. They must be engaged properly. I don't know. Yeah, it's hard to catch lightning in a bottle when it comes to designing a product, and I think Pokemon's kind of decided, learning about that. But they are very closed. They would never let their community put the input on what should be made, so they just do it themselves like they're the best designers in the freaking universe. They do not have whatever they had back in the earlier generations, and they won't admit it either. That's why companies like Palworld are doing so well. Everyone wants Palworld to beat Pokemon, so Pokemon gets a wake-up call or something. It is. We are. Maybe it's intentional to take Pokemon back to children. Pokemon Gen 1 was for children. It had Charizard in it. Blastoise had guns on his back. Team Rocket had machine guns. Mewtwo was like cool as hell, dude. Mewtwo was like, Akira, Akira, Akira. Mewtwo is like that old 90s psychic shit. You know what I'm saying? I can't curse. I'm not supposed to curse anyways. But so it had that old 90s psychic feeling to it. Because back then everything was like psychic and futurism and the space and all that other stuff, right? He was cool as hell. They said, cut all the good stuff out of Pokemon and put wings on Dragonite's head so that he can look like a doofus. And he can snap his neck in half when he flies. That's what they said. He mega evolved into a, what's that extinct bird? Something with the D-O, right? Hold on. I'm trying to get this to print. Now what percentage of fans, collector, hoarders, ripper, shippers, investors, scalpers are adults, children? We're into it. Cura, Mistress Curse here. We're hoping we get Mega Earthworm. The fans demand it. Mega Earthworm comes out. It's just 2 giant wings on his head. The Dodo. What's funny is my brain kept saying Doduo, and I'm like, that's a Pokemon. Got too many Pokemon names in my head. No more room for real animal names. Yeah, the Dodo's extinct. Dragonite would be extinct if it had wings on its head. They'd all snap their own necks. Pokemon must have forgotten what the word evolve meant. It didn't mean strictly mutate. There is mutations. I'm going to call him Mega Mutate because he mutated into a sickly animal that's going to snap its own neck if it goes flying. Woo! All right, we're done with John. What's next? Isai paid for his grading. Thank you so much for that, Mr. Isai. Where does the star spot from the waifu go? Right into the Eevee. Eevee's going to be done. Israel Rodriguez, to Nikke move sale. To 2 Nikke from the moving sale. I got you. Okay. So, here they are. Mr. Israel Rodriguez. They look like this. These are Bandai Namco Carddass. By the way, this is Carddass. See? Take a close look. Carddass. Bandai Namco. This is a Bandai Namco Pokemon card printed in 2018. Pretty neat. Did my order go well? Yes, sir. We got all 4 of the slabs for you. Got your names on the back. You want to see them real fast? Since you were here, I'll show them to you real fast. All right. Ivan. Pidgeot. Here's the Arctibax. Hisuian Gudra, 10. And Mega Ampharos, 8.5. I was really surprised at the affordability of this one, because this booster box is like 5,000 now. On other news, Mister, did you see the new Mega Gardevoir card? It looks extremely nice. Yes, I did see that. That's coming in the Mega Evolution set. That set's going to be very fire. Now, that set doesn't have Charizard in it, though, right? Is that right? So if the set has, like, Venusaur in it, but no Charizard, I'm predicting it's not going to be, like, an S-tier level set. Maybe A-tier. It's going to be a Gardevoir set. You know what else was a Gardevoir set? Steam Siege was a Gardevoir set. So I'm always wary of Gardevoir sets. Another example of a Gardevoir set, base set Scarlet Violet was a Gardevoir set. And none of those really exploded as sets. So Gardevoir sells, but I don't think it's at the level of like Tyranitar, Gengar, Lugia, Umbreon, all these other like super high-end ones. So we'll see. I think the set will do interestingly well just because people want to experience the Mega Evolutions again. So it'll be like a nostalgia thing. But it could have been crazier had they involved all 3 of the big starters, Charizard, Venusaur, and Blastoise. But we don't know for sure that they didn't, right? We're still waiting for more of it to be revealed, right? If Mega Charizard's in the set, it's going to be super popular. Megazard, Mega Rayquaza, Mega Gengar will have their own sets. Charizard comes later. All right. So, yeah, we'll keep an eye on that. We're very interested in that. There was a Mega Charizard set in the past. It was called Flashfire. That was an XY era set, Flashfire. And that set is one of the most expensive XY era sets now. And so Mega Charizard sold very well. I have that card right here, in fact. Here it is. That's the secret rare from Flashfire. And he was in another set, too. He was in XY Evolutions, and that set did pretty well, too. XY Evolutions did well in the long run. Took a while. Was Unbroken Bonds a Gardevoir set? No, I'd call that a Charizard set because it's actually got Charizard in it. Sets that only have, like only have Gardevoir, they don't tend to do super well as a Pokemon hold. Here's Gabriel, Pokemon Go Break. All right. Gabriel is in on the Pokemon Go break. We need 3 more people. Thank you, Gabriel. By the way, we are all done with the gigantic Lucas order. Thank you so much, Lucas. Really supporting our group, really supporting the team. And so now that order is complete, we got a queue that's open for orders, guys. What time is it, by the way? 5:25. We got some time left. Send in those orders if you'd like. We got some time left. You got to send in now, though. We don't have a ton of time left. There we go. We'll just put this here. Okay. Put a price tag on that Zard. Oh, I know. Isn't that nice? Well, let's take a look at what the price tag might be, because that is a nice card. I wouldn't mind sending it into PSA and getting an updated label on it. Problem is, if you do that, that's really expensive. It's going to require like high-end insurance to do that. Okay, so the number is 108. I don't think there's any for sale. Is that it? You can't find one for sale? Let me check sold. Okay, so it looks like one sold in June for 6.5 thousand, and then you can't find them afterwards. Is that right? Let me just try Charizard 108. Let me try that. Oops. Let me check sold. So he last sold for 6K, but you can't find him. Yeah, you still can't find him. So he last sold for 6.5 thousand, and there's none for sale. Ooh. Here is beautiful Charizard. Did the pack break happen yet? Here it is. This is the pack break for Jungle. and we just started it. It's unlimited jungle. Really great cards in this set. Looks like we have Wilson Chalco, Oscar Sendes, and Wilson Chalco in here. 3 people. Now, the rocket pack break did go off. And who was it that pulled the holo? I don't think it was Ivan. Somebody pulled a holo out of there. I don't remember his name. That happened last night. The rocket pack break went off last night. Andrew Hyatt, 20 to my slab away. Oh, 20 to my slab away Zapdos. You got it, Andrew Hyatt. All right. Sounds like 8K to me. Well, I don't know. I don't know. He's a very rare card, and he's not like first edition Rocket Charizard, because those you can pull pretty reliably out of a box of Rocket. They're probably every other box you get a Dark Charizard. When it comes to something like this Charizard here coming out of this set, he is not every other box. He might be every other case, maybe. So you open up a case of these, maybe you pull one. And that really makes you wonder about the value of these modern cards. Well, he's more like mid-era. But yeah, he's from 2014. That's 11 years ago. So considering how hard they are to pull and how hard they are to grade, he might cost more than a Dark Charizard, surprisingly. And it just comes down to the data. It just comes down to, like, if you were to analyze how much do I need to spend to pull one of these myself, if it costs way more to pull one yourself, shouldn't his cost also be higher? So sometimes price is a conversation that you have. We are? All right. But it comes down to what people are willing to pay too, right? But just that's why I'm conversating about. What are you willing to pay for this? Here's Tim Harrison, 5 Japanese, OP11 and shipping. I've shipped before, if that helps. Thank you, Mr. Tim. OP11. So that looks like this one, right? This is OP11? Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Hey, what's up, PDX? Someone is asking 35,000. Really? I wonder why that didn't show up in eBay for me. All right, let me click on it. Wow. Well, that's just definitely him showing off. He doesn't expect that to sell. 35,000. That's outrageously high. I don't think you got to sell for 35,000. But it's crazy. You never know. There's billionaires. There's people. I think people in China are getting involved in the card hobby a lot. Investors, people with a lot of money from all around the world now. I think as Pokemon sort of proves itself as this sort of stable thing that holds value, more speculators will get involved in holding on to that product. Because guess what? That's exactly what happened to baseball, football, and basketball. So before I got into Pokemon in a serious way, we're talking like the year 2018, Mary has me open up that Detective Pikachu set. I happen to also be learning about graded golden coins. And what was the other thing? Sports card memorabilia. Because when I was young, when I was working for Coca-Cola, what? Oh, look at that. Tim Harrison pulling the mermaid. I don't even remember her name. What is her name? Princess something? Princess Sarah? I don't remember her name. Very nice. Very nice. Look at that. He pulled that with 5 packs, guys. That is so lucky, dude. That is so nice. Damn it, Mary's the nexus of this universe. Yeah, so Mary had me open up some Detective Pikachu cards. But guess what? I happened to be researching investing into baseball and gold at the time. And I was learning a little bit about PSA grading. When I worked for Coca-Cola, I was listening to an audiobook that talked about a guy who used to be a banker, and he was like an investment banker. And he got into investing into baseball cards. And he made like 16 times as much as the stock market. So I was listening to that while I was working at Coca-Cola, and I never forgot it. When it came time to invest, I was thinking stocks, real estate, and collectibles. I was already thinking that way. And for collectibles, I was thinking maybe like graded coins or something, but I wasn't really sure. And Pokemon cards, the reason that Pokemon cards kind of popped up was because I was talking about it. I was saying, oh yeah, Pokemon cards. And because I was saying stuff like from my childhood, I used to open up huge amounts of Pokemon cards. I used to have an outrageous collection. So I used to talk like that in my streams, and that was when Mary made by the way, Mary made a $100 donation for me to go buy Pokemon. I don't know if you guys knew that. That was like 6-7 years ago on the TheCardconomist channel. She did a massive donation and said, go buy some Pokemon. And that was when I opened up Detective Pikachu back then. Do we have a holder for this? Let's try this holder. How about that? We'll try this holder. So far, so good. Shirahoshi. It would sell for 7K. Man, if I was buying Bitcoin in that time period, I'd be very wealthy from that. Probably a lot more wealthy. But I was just not in any kind of place where I was going to buy crypto. Mentally, I was not in any place for that. It was too experimental back then. But that's always the best time to buy into something, is when no one believes in it. So if you can buy into something that no one believes in, but it's going to, it's going to flip, it's going to grow, that's the best time to buy in. That's why I like these poker cards so much. These Pokemon poker cards, I call them a niche market. I like them because they're still affordable today. Here's Tim Harrison. All right, Tim. So I loaded up on those. And we'll see what happens over time. They really don't have to go up by very much for it to all work out. Tim. I've shipped before. So, Tim, did you have a bag? Tim, I don't see a bag for you in here. Tim Harrison, do you have a bag? Quick, buy Labubus. Yeah. Quick! Labubus are undervalued. Labubus are going to the frickin' moon, bro. Oh, God. It's pulling up the name of the accountant whose name is Harrison. Yes, I do. Tell me a little bit about that bag, Tim. Tell me a little bit about that bag, because I didn't see it in the tea box. Do you have your own box? Is that what's going on? Tell me a little bit about what's going on here. Here's Matt Hansen. Where's Tim? Tim, I feel like it's been a while. Let's see. Do you have slabs, maybe? What do you got? Do you got PSA slabs? Let's go look you up in PayPal. What about Lego? Lego's cool. I don't know if Lego will do numbers like collectible cards will. Same with the Labubus. I don't think they'll do numbers like collectible cards. I was in the right place at the right time with Pokemon. Pokemon was like this market that I thought could be very similar to sports, and yet it wasn't yet. So I was looking at it going, why is this not like sports yet? Because it just hadn't reached that stage. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure it will. Why would it not? All right, so we've got... Oh, Tim, you shipped the last time you ordered. You shipped on 7/10/2025. It says Japanese OP12, Japanese OP11. So you do not have a bag. You shipped the last time you placed an order with me, you shipped. So this is a fresh bag. And you would just like to immediately ship it out. Is that right? Oh, lol, I forgot. No problem, man. What we can do is I can write SH on the bag and store this bag instead of shipping it out, and we will just save the shipping. Or we can ship out that little mermaid you just got. Up to you. I'll let you decide, okay? There we go. Thanks, my apologies. We are? Well, it's no problem at all. Thank you for coming in and making an order. I'm glad we figured it out fast, because sometimes I pull my hair out. I call it the goose hunt when you're trying to find something. All right. That works? Okay, very good. So the shipping is paid on this, and you can come back and tell me at any point to ship it. But you have plenty of room to add to this bag. Okay. And we're writing SH here. That means that your shipping is already paid. There you go. Congratulations on the hot pull. You got that in 5 packs. That mermaid card will definitely flip. Because if 500 for 9 is worth it, I'm jumping on it. I love my 9s. What are we talking about? You talking about the Charizard? You got to be careful with that Charizard, because that Charizard, it's a duplicate image, but only one of them is the very rare version of it. So let's see, Charizard 108. Let's take a quick look. No, the actual PSA 9 for that card is extremely expensive. So you most likely saw the other version of the card, which is much cheaper. Let's take a quick look. Here it is. So we're talking about this card right here. That's the proper one, number 108. You're probably looking at number 69 or whatever it's called. And so this one is 2.5 thousand. Much, much more expensive. So be careful. You might try to buy this card, but you're not buying the secret rare version. You're buying the standard version, which is exactly the same. It looks almost identical, except for like a golden border. There we go. Yes, you got to be careful with that Mega Charizard. There's 2 versions of the card. One of them is numbered like 68 or 69. The other one's numbered 108. Now, the one that's numbered 68, 69, that's still a good card. It looks fine. But this is the top pull. This is the Holy Grail pull. It's got the slightly different coloration, I guess, and it's the actual secret rare. I see. Thank you. Yeah, it's good to know that stuff. Good to know that stuff, because that's a lot of money to drop. All right. So how about a rotation on these slabs, huh? They've been up here. The pack break is one person gets one card. Yes, that's correct. One person gets one card. It's shuffled, though. So you get a random card. And if you're lucky, you go straight to pulling the rare card in the pack. See, that's why people like it. So now it's like you've opened a whole booster pack of Jungle for $36 if you pull a rare card. You can't get that. You know, you can't go to eBay and buy a whole pack for $36. But again, your odds are 1 in 11 for the rare card. Now, even if you miss the rare card, you might pull Pikachu. You might pull Cubone. You might pull Jigglypuff. You might pull Eevees in the set. There's a very good Eevee in the Jungle set. So there's some good commons. I don't know about the uncommons. The uncommons maybe aren't as exciting. But yes, one person will pull the rare out of here for just $36. And it's like you open a whole pack for $36. That's why people like the pack break. So the pack breaks have been going on for years now. Super popular break. This is the worst time to buy hyped up cards. Don't give in to the FOMO. You know what's crazy, Ben? You could have said that in January. You could have said that in February. You could have said that in March. You could have said that in April. You could have said that in May. You could have said that in June. Every single one of those months that you could have said that, you would have been wrong because the cards continued to grow in July. So if you jumped off the bus on any of those months, you just missed out on all the appreciation. So that's the problem. Everyone's always trying to predict when the bubble pops or when the market crash or when the correction begins or when the cards retrace. It's like crystal ball stuff. Nobody really knows. Like I pulled out a Bitcoin at like 95,000. Bitcoin's at 119,000 now. All I had to do was not freak out and stay in and I would have made more money. But I freaked out and I said, I want to touch it because I don't understand it. And so with Pokemon, do you see everyone dumping their best cards into the market? No. Everyone's still hodling like really strongly. And that's because you're probably right. There probably will be a market correction. We don't know when it starts. We also are pretty sure most people are going to hold on to the very best cards anyways. And there might be a lot of great deals. And because of how strong this recent Pokemon bull market was, those deals might get gobbled up again and you might return to a bull market very fast. It will take a significant downturn in the economy, a significant off-selling of the Pokemon card products over and over and over again for a proper crash to occur. And this does not always happen. Like with Bitcoin, there was a big crash. It was Sam Bankman-Fried, right? It went all the way down to like whatever it was, 15,000. It's back up to 119. Here's the problem. Fundamentally, people wish they had these Pokemon cards. You have to ask yourself, will that change? Will people no longer want to collect Pokemon? Well, it didn't happen in the sports hobby. There's a lot of other hobbies that seem to be doing okay too. Final Fantasy just exploded. Yu-Gi-Oh! Still got value to it. Even Digimon. All these other hobbies, Dragon Ball, you had Magic the Gatherings experiencing this magic renaissance where those cards are going to the moon. So the question is, when will humans decide, no, I don't like collecting? When will humans do that? You think everyone's going to go back to collecting gold coins? We're just going to collect paintings of Mona Lisa? You think everyone's going to do vehicle collecting? No, it's going to be card collecting. What could happen is a real competitor to Pokemon comes out and pulls market share. That's a risk. We thought maybe Disney Lorcana could do that. It can't. Pokemon's in the lead by like 10 times. So the question is, where does it go from here? All your predictions are crystal ball stuff. If you're having fun, just have fun. I'm in it for the long run, 20 years. If you go in for the long run, you don't care if it downturns for a while. That just means you buy more during the downturn. Like if you were buying in 2023 and 2024, you're doing very well now. And so like in 2023, 2024, I bought a huge number, for example, of 151 super premium collections. I got them for $94 per box. $94. Super premium collection 151. Let's see what they go for today. 151 super premium. We had a downturn and they didn't go to zero. They didn't go back to 2018 pricing, by the way. All right, so it looks like a 151 super premium collection. I'm just getting prismatic. Hold on, what's this sorted by? Best match? Is it ultra? It's probably ultra. Hold on. I hate it when they change words like that. Isn't that stupid? Ultra premium collection. Here goes. So you can buy a nice ultra premium collection box for like $400, $450. So that means it's quadrupled in price in like 2 years. What? So here's the thing. If it crashes back down, it probably doesn't go back down to 94. It probably goes to 300. That's what it does. And it's like, you can just go buy more of them then, you know. It always comes back to the same question. When will humans stop collecting Pokemon cards? When will they stop collecting? There could be outside forces, like a major volcano erupts and blocks the sky of the sun, and we can't grow crops for a while, and it's cold on the earth for a while. But, you know, at that point, it doesn't matter what you invested in, other than gold. Gold, I guess, would be the safe investment, maybe. Bullets, maybe. I don't know. But, you know, so you can't predict some things, so that's not worth it to base your investments off of catastrophes like that. It's not worth it. So let's say it's just normal times. Pokemon's going to go away? Yeah, right. I don't believe it. So what do we got? We've got order from Rigo Berto Gill. He says, one spot in the jungle break. I'm a salesman. This is my job. I'm supposed to hype them up. I'm the hype beast. I'm the BitConnect guy. But I'm not just the BitConnect guy. I actually buy these cards all the time because I love them. And I've got a huge, huge amount of them. And every day I'm shocked. I'm absolutely floored by how high these cards have gone up in price. Like, I almost can't believe it. When I look at it, I go, what has happened? I can't believe it. And will it continue to do that? Maybe it's too high right now. But again, if you had said that in June, you would miss out on the July gains. So it's just something that you can bet on, you can guess on. Nobody knows the answer. Nobody knows the truth. It's like saying you know when to buy stocks and when to sell stocks. It's like Warren Buffett just net buys. He just says, this one seems to be good. I'm going to buy a ton of it, and we're just going to sit on it, and we're not going to sell it. And it works. It works. It actually works. Joey Albrecht, 400 towards slab away. You got it, man. All right, so let's see. But we talk about some of the conditions that made 2019 pop off. You had hidden fates, right? And then you had low inflation. People weren't struggling with inflation. COVID lockdown, COVID checks. People were just getting free money. Free. They just got money straight from the government. No inflation, COVID lockdown. Logan Paul does his famous box break that gets like 30 million views right away. We don't have any of that now, and they're blowing up. None of that occurred this time. So I think it's a totally different thing. It turns out Pokemon cards are just highly desirable because we all grew up playing Pokemon. That's what really happened. Wow, you got 5,555 remaining, Joey. It's a fun number. Thanks for the thanks for the payment toward the card, and then let's see what else we have. So let me jump here. The truth is that it's not profit until you're sold. Now that's correct, and I say that all the time, by the way. But that's true for the stock market. So if you have $1 million in stock, that's $1 million in theory, right? Because if everyone sold those stocks at the same time, you would not have $1 million when you sold. If everyone tried to sell the stock at the same time, it'd be like 2008. Your stocks would go to zero, and you will sell at a loss probably. So if there's a major recession where everyone wants to dump their stuff at the same time, you know, you'll lose everything. But that's true for gold as well. Same for gold. Same for real estate. That's actually what caused the crash in 2008. Everyone wanted to sell their home at the same time, and this caused a downward spiral. You know, people said, this is a bad investment. I don't want it anymore. People are very emotional investors, by the way. But guys like Kiyosaki, they became like billionaires in 2008 because they said, fundamentally, a home's still a good investment. And so they took out big loans during 2008 and bought up massive amounts of homes. So now he owns thousands of homes that he rents. So it's like market crashes are opportunities for those who believe in the product. And that's a question for you guys. Do you believe in the product? I do. I still remember being a kid, and some of my funnest moments as a kid was opening Pokemon cards, and I don't see that changing. It's a basic human nature kind of thing. Like you can't convince me having sex is going to ever go out of popularity. Oh yeah, humans are about to hate having sex. Humans are not about to start hating that. They're not going to stop. They're not going to start hating gambling, which is what Pokemon booster packs were for a kid. It's kid gambling. Gambling for kids. It's like kid beer. Hey guys, I got $1 million idea. Let's sell kid beer. Beer for kids. Pokemon cards is gambling for kids, and it's never going away. It's the most fun thing I did as a kid. Still love it to this day. I love opening cards for you guys too, and showing off what we have and what we've found so far. And you know, the gold rush, California. Remember that? They didn't know if they were getting gold, but everyone showed up. And they just started buying shovels, and they, you know, wasted themselves trying to find gold. And some guys did. Some guys actually found gold and got rich in the gold rush. Not a lot of them, but some did. And so it's just human nature, you know, finding silver, finding gold, pulling Charizard out of your booster pack as a kid. It's exciting stuff. It will never go away. It's a fundamental human nature. And all that will happen in the future is it will become more refined, and it will become sexier and more fun as products match your psychology more carefully. So that's my prediction for the future. And I think that vintage Pokemon cards will stay in demand until the boomer generation of Pokemon card collectors die. So when I start dying off, me and the people my age, 35, when we start dying off at the age of 72, you could see a price drop on those cards. That will be in like 40 years. So if you held for 20 years, I bet you all 20 years it just keeps growing, because you're going to get more and more and more kids that are nostalgic buying cards up. So that's my prediction. That was my prediction when we started, by the way, in 2019. I told everyone that if you had just listened and bought cards today, you could sell those cards for like, well, it depends on what you bought. But some of this stuff you could sell right now for like 12 times the original price in 2019. You know, like I was buying those Dark Dragonites, Rocket Returns, for $250. Like that's nothing now. Now 10 times that would be 2.5 thousand. That's nothing for that card. People would buy that off the market in a half second. That card, that Dark Dragonite Reverse, is probably a $6,000 card today. 6,000. It's probably about 6,000. So what is that, like times 20 or times 25? I don't know. So if you had just agreed with me at the time, you would be sitting on a lot of Pokemon cash. And I could have been wrong. So far, I have not been wrong. And maybe in the future, I'll be wrong. And I'll be willing to admit it if I was wrong. But so far, I've not been wrong. And I think that my analysis is still correct. And that's what I like to do. I like to analyze things. Sometimes I get the wrong outcome, but I don't know. By the way, did you see this? Pokemon Go break is 1 in 4. We have no orders in the queue, by the way, guys. I'm just rambling. We have one person in there. Gabriel Gallegos is ready for the Pokemon Go break. By the way, if it's 41 in 4, that means I'm selling it for 160, right? But one spot is the star spot. So I'm selling the ETB for about 120. I think that that's very reasonable. If you like to take a shot at taking home a whole ETB. And the other person will get moved to the Eevee, which is right over here. Did you see this Eevee, guys? This guy is up to 8 spots already. He's pretty close. He's getting close to the end now. He's pop 2, by the way. Let's see if that's changed. Carddass, again, is Bandai Namco. This is not some obscure company that printed this card. This is the Bandai Namco company that printed this. They're a big deal. Bandai Namco still prints many of the cards you love today. And it's curious that Pokemon lets them grade their cards. All right, so the population on this Carddass EV has gone up, probably because people are now aware it exists. So this is not population 2, and this is actually population 5 now, which is actually, you know, it's weird. It's almost a good thing, because when a card is as rare as Pop 2, it's so obscure that people are like, is that even a thing? Now it's Pop 5. It'll probably keep going up. Maybe it'll reach like Pop 10, Pop 20. I don't know. But that means that this card was printed for a while. It was a vendor card, which is Carddass is known for that. Vendor cards. This is a vendor card that came out of a vending machine in Japan. And it's bound to go up a little more. But yeah, it will end up being an exceptionally rare Minecraft-esque sort of Pokemon card. I think it looks very nice. That's why I acquired it. And I wanted to make sure that we had some for you guys. So I got duplicates to do breaks on. Will daytime get a Champion's Path ETB? Was that exclusively nighttime? I guess it was. The daytime yesterday had a cloud break. I hadn't thought about Pokemon for years and pulled my raw cards out one day to sell them and went on YouTube and found this channel. I'm so glad I did, because it reconnected. Yeah, oh yeah, and you'll find a lot of people connect with. If there's one group that really loves Pokemon cards for long-term holding and to think about them in a sort of like part of your estate kind of way, sort of like an adults club, it's definitely here. This is an adults club for Pokemon. Not so much the whimsicalness. I mean, we do still have the whimsicalness. I shouldn't say that, but we take it very seriously, like tryhards, basically, right? Like maybe I brought some of that attitude I had with me when I was making guides for Monster Hunter. I look at it, I take it very seriously. It's not just a children's toy for me. It's a very serious thing. And so that's the kind of language you'll hear from me. That's the kind of stuff you'll see. And this is a great group, great group for that, for adults. And adults who do not have such a negative take on it. You know, one of the things that I've witnessed since 2019, that's 6 years now, by the way. 6 years I've been doing this. One of the things I witnessed year over year over year is enormous negativity. Enormous amount of people saying, no, it sucks, you're all fools, you're clowns, you shouldn't buy Pokemon cards, you're an idiot. Oh, these scalpers, I hate them, blah, 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 blah. There's jealousy, there's anger, there's frustration, there's ridicule. I got ridiculed so much for being into Pokemon cards over the years. And I'm serious. Like, I got some really nasty comments. I've had private DM messages that are extremely nasty, like really nasty stuff. And I've had that for years now. And I ignored all of it because that I know for a fact you're digging in the right place when you run into that negativity. You're digging in the right spot. When you got something that's massively popular, and Pokemon cards are massively popular. The Pokemon games are unlike any other product in the market. Anime TV show, there's mangas, by the way, we don't think about that, the mangas. Anime TV show, mangas, video games, card game, all together. It's a trifecta if you don't count the mangas, so it's the three of them. Very powerful thing, there's nothing like it, and it's been going for almost 30 years. We're heading up on the 30-year anniversary. It's been going nonstop. And sadly, though, they put wings on the heads of a Dragonite. I don't know what's going on at the Pokemon headquarters. They need to get... Why didn't they just put it on his back, dude? Just give him little wings on his head. They said, nah, give him the goofiest, biggest wings on his head possible. It's like, all right. What? They must like it. I don't know. They must be bored or something. Maybe they're bored. You ever think about that? Maybe they've been doing it a long time and they're really bored and they're just like, screw them up. Screw them up. I love it. I don't want them to be normal. I want them to look as doofy as hell. Screw them up. I don't want any normal. Why would we go with normal? It's so conventional and boring. Let's make him look crazy. Give him giant, like he's got a head of hair. 30 years, they reprint every set in order of release. A franchise reboot. Yeah, maybe. $49 sent for that slab. Ooh, which one? One of them. This one? Is it this one? This is a nice one. Look at that. All right, let's take a quick look at that. They can afford all the bad design. Yeah, they can do whatever they want, technically. We cannot stop them. They have all the power. Okay, Ivan says, tag card next to Chansey. Tag card next to Chansey. This one? Here it is. Ooh, that's the Rocket Orbeetle. It just came out. Here it is. Ivan Rodriguez. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Okay. Very good. We are heading on to 6 p.m. I think we are running out of time together, but you guys got a lot of speech from me today. Maybe just feeling extra passionate from that dang Dragonite design. But yeah, I'm all in on Pokemon, and I think we got this rant going because somebody was saying, sell now, sell now. They're too overpriced. Maybe. They're definitely at record prices. We don't know where it ends. We really don't. We don't know. Maybe this is the peak. Maybe it pops now. You know, that's true in the S&P 500. I was reading a chart that said that the S&P 500, the cost of the stocks, is 22 times earnings now, and that historically the S&P 500 has never given a good return at that price. So I don't know. You just don't know what happens. What's next in the market? You know, prices become disconnected from reality if there's too much money in circulation. Also, if the economy is pretty hot, if it turns out everyone's got this money for these cards, maybe it's hard to believe, but maybe what's going on, people are wealthier than it appears. You know, maybe people are actually experiencing some wealth. You got people who have tough jobs, and then people who have, you know, simple jobs, and then you got people who have upper jobs. This combination, right? These classes. There might be a lot of software engineers out there who really like Pokemon cards. There might be a lot of people doing accounting or something. And those are some high-class jobs, you know. Those are hard-to-get jobs. And they might just be dumping everything they have into Pokemon. YouTubers, celebrities now. How about that Simon guy from America's Got Talent? He's buying up Pokemon cards for his son. That's kind of crazy. He's a multi-millionaire. He could buy whatever he wants. He probably, I don't know if he's wealthier than Logan Paul, but he might be. Because he's been in the business for a long time. So that might be a rich guy, you know. So, and this is what I anticipated as well. If Pokemon ever looks stable enough, people with real money might start scooping up a couple Pokemon cards here and there for fun, you know, for the fun of it. Are you done, TCC, with the streaming? Yeah, I'd say we're about done. Anybody who bought is up. If you got Mega, you're up. The message on Discord is if you say to grade them, I use your slab. What? Hold on, let's see. So you say... Oh, I see. You'd like to send these in and do some TCC grading. I'd be happy to grade those for you if you like. I don't mind. What we could do, we can have it set up so that if they can't grade 10, we can give it an A if you prefer, A for authentic, or you can just have the strictly the number grade 9, 8, 7, 6. Those probably won't grade 10. If they will grade 10, I'd be very impressed. But it's very hard to grade XY cards 10. But yeah, if you want to slab them up, I'd be happy to do that. I sent PayPal for a Poke Shuffle. Let's take a quick look at that. Hit refresh. Oh, there, it just arrived. How many spots left in the Go ETB break? There are 3 spots left in the Pokemon Go ETB break. Here it is, Joey Albrecht. He wants 5 Poke Shuffles. You got it, man. All I'm thinking with Pokemon cards is that the future looks very bright. You guys are correct that there could be a big price drop. There could be a big price correction. But I think we are out of the Pokemon recession. And I think that we'll be out of that Pokemon recession maybe even for a couple of years. But some of it will hinge on the popularity of the next Pokemon games. We could fall into a Pokemon recession the moment Pokemon releases Gen 10 and it's a big flop. So if Pokemon Gen 10 is a flop, and as well as Legends CA, if those are flops, we could go right back into Pokemon recession. We don't know. That's 5 cold ones. 5 cold ones. On the other hand, if those games are received well, which I hope they are, Pokemon cards will just go crazier. They'll go so crazy. If Pokemon does well with this next 2 games, these cards will just go up, up, up. So, but that's, once again, crystal ball stuff. We don't know. They haven't revealed much about Gen 10. And Legends CA, it's got me nervous because it's not looking like, a home run to me. It's looking like another Pokemon, Pokemon spits on your face and you say, thank you, daddy. So it's looking like one of those. I don't know. I'm not sure, though. I haven't played it, but that's my initial feeling with it. Emma's my waifu. Scarlet Violet ran like a brick and still broke records. I know, that's the craziest part, but I think that shows you the love for Pokemon. Not the quality of the game, but the love for Pokemon. All right, guys, we are all done for the daytime stream. I'll be back for the Tuesday nighttime stream. I hope you'll join us. We broke 98,000 subscribers. You guys are very kind to me. Thank you. You guys are a great audience. I'll see you tonight. In the past, haven't you said that cards go down when games come out because people buy and play the games? Yeah, I noticed for a while people stop opening packs for a little while. And my theory is that it's because their dopamine receptors are full after playing the video game. They say, I've had enough Pokemon, so they don't feel like they need to go open boosters. That fades, and then the boosters start selling again. All right, I'm hopping off, guys. That's my theory. I don't know if it's true.